Let's learn all about crested geckos. Crested geckos are medium-sized lizards, averaging under 10 inches long, from New Caledonia. Crested geckos were discovered in 1866 and considered extinct just 30 years later. In 1994, they were rediscovered in a survey effort of the flora and fauna after a typhoon went over New Caledonia. Let's check out New Caledonia from my nature lab. New Caledonia is a group of small islands in the South Pacific Ocean, halfway between Australia and Fiji. This is about 800 miles from Australia. The habitat is dry tropical forest. Check out these photos from New Caledonia. Now let's talk about their amazing feet. Each foot and the tip of their tail is covered in ridges called laminae. These are actually thousands of microscopic hairs called setae, each having split ends called spatulae. If we blew them up over 1,000 times, they would look like a broom that uses static electricity to capture dust. A gecko's foot uses similar forces called van der Waals forces to stick to smooth surfaces. It is a really cool adaptation for walking on the smooth trunks of trees and shrubs in their native habitat. Having such an amazing feet causes one problem, though. They stick to almost anything, and that can make walking difficult. Geckos have a neat trick to release their toes from surfaces. They bend them backwards. Check it out in real time and in slow motion. That's pretty cool. Crested geckos get their name from the small scales that look like spikes running along their head and body. They're also known as eyelash geckos because of the small spikes above their eyes. These are actually just modified scales adapted to help protect their eyes. They do not have eyelids, but instead have a clear spectacle or transparent scale covering their eyes. Since they don't have eyelids and can't blink, crested geckos clean their eyes by licking them with their long tongues. It's a pretty incredible watch. This video is slowed down 5 times to help us see how their tongues move when licking their eyes. Can you imagine not having eyelids? How would you clean your eyes? Check it out in real time. Crested geckos also have special pupils that allow them to focus on different things at the same time. This means they have pretty incredible vision, even at night. Let's watch what happens to a gecko's pupil when we turn off the lights. Although at night, their eyes are fully dilated with one very large pupil. The multiple pupils during the day help them protect their eyes from the bright sunlight, as well as determine if something is potential prey or not, or even to judge distances when jumping. Can you see how there are more than one pupil if the iris is fully closed? Crested geckos can lose their tails, but do not grow them back. This gives them the common name frog butt. They can leap like a frog too. Check it out! Before we go, let's watch a crested gecko lick its eyes clean one last time. This is slow motion. We hope you enjoyed this short lesson on crested geckos and come back next week for a new lesson from my nature lab.